On a cheap soap opera set in New York City, Simon Williams, sometimes Wonder Man, sometimes actor, says his lines perfectly. Unfortunately, the whole take is useless due to his glowing red mutant eyes showing up on film. And so, the Reserve Avenger finds himself once again jobless. It was just the latest of many, many losses of his life, starting with the death of his father, the inherited business he wasn't prepared for. His prison sentence for embezzlement was only interrupted by an offer from Baron Zemo.
Zemo's experiments gave me incredible strength and durability, and Zemo himself gave me a costume and the name Wonder Man.
Teamed up with the Masters of Evil, Wonder Man fought against the Avengers.
It was during that battle that I realized how I was being used, and so turned against the Masters and helped the Avengers defeat them.
That was how Simon died the first time. On crap days like this, he almost wishes he'd stayed dead. Because now, as a being of pure energy more than human, nothing seems to be going right. Even though he's really not interested in putting his life on the line again with the Avengers, their mansion could at least provide him with a proper bed to sleep in for the night. At the mansion, he meets Scott Lang, who can tell right away the man is feeling down. So he offers him an opportunity.
I just remembered that I did some freelance work for Cordco Incorporated a few weeks back. Cordco used to be part of Stark International, but Tony Stark set it up as an independent company just before he lost control of SI. Anyways, the head man there, Cal Oakley, was talking about a position being open for someone with rather unique abilities. Sort of like yours. I know you must be real busy and all, but, well, I just thought I'd mention it.
I do have a number of irons in the fire, Scott, but maybe I'll look into it. Thanks.
Of course, there are no irons. There's not even fire to put irons in. So the following day, Simon finds himself walking through the gates of Cordco while a very mean dog barks at him like he doesn't belong there. The dog's right, of course. In fact, Simon is quite certain he's never belonged anywhere. Cordco is full of elite scientists trying to build, experiment, and discover impossible things. Dr. Wheatley, for example, is working on observing other dimensions, a task that no other lab would risk. That's why they need Wonder Man. If anything goes wrong, if anything dangerous happens to show up, he will be their #1 troubleshooter.
Sounds risky,
Simon thinks to himself.
but at least it beats starving to death.
So he takes the job, working under both the boss of the company, Calvin Oakley, and the head of field operations, Miss Dulcie Kimball, a commanding sort of woman who knows what is what. After a few more tests to make sure he is fit for the job, Simon learns that not only is he purely made of energy since his death, but that he is quite reasonably indestructible.
He doesn't have to breathe if he doesn't want to.
I don't?
Before he can contemplate further on his own abilities, a siren blares through the entire complex. Eager to make his experiment worthwhile, Dr. Wheatley has overpowered his dimensional portal and created a doorway to another world. This doorway lets in 2 armies worth of violent gremlin creatures into the world. Reassuring him that he is indeed indestructible, Dulcie sends Wonder Man into the fight. He grabs the 2 leaders of these little armies, one in each fist as they fight each other.
Say, guys, I don't suppose you'd be willing to talk this thing over, would you?
Groot-out!
Simon can only assume that that's alien for no, as, upon realizing they can't hurt him personally, the alien generals stab at the ground with their powerful weapons and melt the pavement beneath him, creating a sinkhole. Embarrassed more than hurt, Simon breaks through the pavement as soon as it's cool and gets back to work. He grabs the mean guard dog before the aliens can hurt it and heads to the lab itself, hoping to shut down the machine and close the portal door. He breaks through the lab wall and, having no clue how the machine itself works, simply unplugs it. Cut from their portal bridge, the aliens poof away in smoke and sparks. A very grateful guard dog licks Simon's face happily, tail wagging. At the end of the workday, Simon is invited out by one of the security guards as a thanks for saving the dog. The 2 men grab a friendly drink on the way home.
Hey, here I am talking your ear off while you look as droopy as a basset in August. What's the problem, Simon?
Oh, I guess this troubleshooting job just isn't what I thought it would be. I didn't realize I'd be laying my life on the line. I mean, the only thing I didn't enjoy about being an Avenger was the idea that I might actually get killed. I know that I'm virtually indestructible, but I know that intellectually. emotionally, I guess it still scares me a little.
You know, Simon, it's true what they say. Everybody dies sometime. Maybe you should just accept that and get on with your life.
Maybe.
While his new friend clearly means well, Simon can't quite get over his unique situation. He'd already died once. It terrified him that it could happen again. The next day starts off slow for the new troubleshooter. He takes a good look at the nameplate on his fancy security desk, wondering if he'll ever fit any job anywhere, or if it will all fall apart like everything else in his life does. He has little time to sulk when the emergency alarm goes off again. Dr. Wheatley, having not learned his lesson from yesterday, has reset his portal to drag things into it instead of out. Unfortunately, he's sucked his own boss into an unknown, dangerous dimension. Geared up and ready to retrieve their Oakley, Simon stops before reaching the portal. He's been paged by the Avengers. As a reserve Avenger, any call he gets has got to mean something world-shattering is going on. So he calls them back and leaves his day job right away, even if it means leaving Dulcie and Oakley on their own. 30 minutes later in Manhattan, Simon enters the lockdown research hospital where the Avengers explain that Sandman has taken over a dangerous research lab. The villain hopes to use the extreme radiation experiments they were working on down there to cure his cancer, and is desperate enough that he doesn't care if he turns the whole island into a radioactive wasteland to do it. With enough radiation in that lab that even the Vision will melt, the Avengers choose Wonder Man to go instead. With the entire city at risk, Simon doesn't think twice about his mission.
Don't worry, Cap, I won't fail. I can't fail.
As the crazed Sandman yanks the dampening rods out of the radiation pit to make it stronger, Wonder Man moves fast to stop him, but his fist simply plunges into sand instead of flesh.
How the heck do you fight a walking beach?
Wonder Man grabs the fire hose, hoping to wet that sand. But the dumb thing isn't working. Nearly losing the fight, Simon shoves a hand through the lab wall and grabs a water pipe. Water bursts from the pipe itself and sends Sandman splattering back into a mushy mess.
What? Water? But no. No time to harden to sandstone. I'm being sprayed apart.
With mere minutes to spare, Wonder Man tries to fix the machine. The right number of rods, the right positions, the right control. And he makes it. The meltdown is averted just in time. The city is safe, but Sandman is not.
But now what do I do with Sandman? He's glowing hotter than a backyard grill on a Sunday afternoon. The radiation won't hurt me, of course, but any doctors that try to help him will... Just a second. It won't hurt me.
And despite his shaking, Wonder Man knows he must help.
Okay, Baker, I'll do you this one favor. I'll use these dampening rods to absorb the excess radiation. But don't thank me, okay? I don't think my heart could take the shock.
Sometime later, not only is Manhattan safe, but so is Sandman. And marvels of marvels, his idea, his dangerous, crazy idea, had worked. His cancer is cured, but the secret will not be shared with others anytime soon, as the destroyed lab is not safe to use, and the notes and data from the experiment were destroyed.
Sandman stumbled across the cure for cancer, an end to pain for countless sufferers. But that chance has been lost because of the man's selfish fear of his own death. Could my own fear be that destructive? Has it had as strong, if more subtle, an effect on my own life? My career? My friends?
Cap, I need to borrow a quintet. I have to get someplace, fast.
Back at the Cordco facility, Simon is relieved to see the dangerous dimensional machine being dismantled and Oakley and Dulcie safe and sound. They are understanding of his choice to save the many as an Avenger. He is still technically fired, though. They need a troubleshooter who can work full-time. Besides, the world is much better off with Wonder Man as an Avenger than without. Manhattan has its hero. So Wonder Man says goodbye to his new friends and heads back home to Avenger Mansion.
Funny. For so many years, through so much emotional turmoil, I've looked for a place to belong. Maybe, just maybe, I've been there all the time.
That's it for this video, guys. We hope you loved it. Don't forget to drop a comment below to let us know your thoughts about it. And we'd really appreciate it if you can give us a like, share, and subscribe to our channel with your notifications on if you haven't already. If you like this story, you're going to love the next video. So feel free to check it out. We'll see you next time. Take care.